What's going on, everybody? Adrian Big 30 back with you. About to get into this crazy story, but before I do, be sure to press the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. Alright, let's get into this crazy story going on in Disneyland. Well, it seems that the streaker has brought Magic City to Anaheim. The Anaheim's Disneyland, that is. Let's get into it. Anaheim police arrested a Disneyland guest for indecent exposure and being under the influence of a controlled substance at one of the park's most iconic attractions. Sergeant McClintock said this 26-year-old removed his clothes and was naked around It's a Small World on Sunday. If that isn't shots fired, I don't know what is. Videos circulating on social media showed the guest climbing around the attraction and wading through it in little to no clothing as stunned fellow guests looked on. Woo, Jesus. They got a show. Disneyland said the guests got out of the ride during operation, and operation stopped when the resort was alerted. Park rules explicitly banned engaging in any unsafe act or other act that may impede the operation of the Disneyland Resort or any part thereof. Additionally, proper attire, including shoes and shirts, must be worn at all times. McClintock said park security and Anaheim police removed the guest, who was taken to a hospital as a precaution. Ride operations resumed after the attraction was inspected for safety, and no other guests were impacted once the situation was resolved, according to the resort. Well, as long as the guy didn't bring any weapons, other than his tallywhacker. While Sunday's incident violated rules, not everything prohibited at Disneyland may be as obvious to first-time guests. Here's what visitors should know. We're going to go over the rules today. What's banned at Disneyland, like Walt Disney World and every other theme park, Disneyland has rules in place to ensure the safety and enjoyment of fellow guests and employees. The following items are banned in the parks: bikes, skateboards, and wheeled shoes. Like drones and remote controlled toys, these recreation devices are banned in the parks. Costumes and masks after the age of 13. Guests under the age of 14 are welcome to dress up as their favorite Disney characters year-round, but older guests may only wear costumes during special Disneyland After Dark events and Oogie Boogie Bash, and they may not wear masks unless required for medical reasons. Younger guests may not wear masks that cover their whole face, obstruct their peripheral vision, or obscure their eyes from view. See, I never went to Disneyland in my life, so these rules are new to me. Fireworks or anything like them. Smoke and fog machines are also banned. Folding chairs. More than a few guests have thought of bringing some to sit on while waiting for rides or parades, but folding chairs are not allowed in the parks. Glass containers. Small glass containers like baby food jars are allowed in the theme parks, but larger containers are not. They are, however, allowed in Disneyland hotels. Improper attire. Disneyland reserves the right to deny admission to or remove any person wearing attire that we consider inappropriate or attire that could detract from the experience of other guests. Additionally, clothing that drags on the ground and visible tattoos that can be considered inappropriate, such as those containing objectionable language or designs, that are not allowed. What is this, Turkey Leg Hut in Texas? Large suitcases, coolers, backpacks, or bags. The minimum size allowed is 24 inches long, 15 inches wide, and 18 inches high. Loose or dry ice in coolers. The park recommends reusable ice packs. Loud noise makers. These include horns, whistles, and large megaphones. Marijuana. The white girl. Even if guests use marijuana is legal in California, it is not allowed at Disneyland. Illegal substances are also banned. Outside alcohol. Certain downtown Disney District restaurants may allow guests to bring your own beer with a corkage free. For corkage fees, rather. But guests may not bring their alcohol into the parks. Pepper spray in May. Self-defense and restraining devices are not allowed. Selfie sticks. Selfie sticks and handheld extension poles for camera or other mobile device are banned. Monopods and tripods that don't fit in the standard backpack or extend over 6 feet aren't allowed either. Trailer bike objects. Any trailer like objects that is pushed, pulled, or towed by an electric conveyance vehicles, wheelchairs, strollers, or person is not allowed. Unstable wheel mobility devices. They must have at least 3 wheels and be able to maintain stability and balance when stopped, unpowered, and or unoccupied. If electrical, they must be operated at a walking pace. It should also be single riders and no larger than 36 inches in width and 56 inches in length, according to the resort. Wagons and wagon-style strollers. While wagons may seem convenient for carting kids around, they can be congestion in parks and clog up the flow of guests. That's also why personal strollers larger than 31 inches in width and 52 inches in length aren't allowed. The exception to the wagon rules is for the guests with medical needs. Weapons or things that may be mistaken for weapons. This includes firearms, ammunition, knives, or toys that look like them. Notice they didn't mention anything like blades and putty knives. Certain activities like trespassing and unauthorized soliciting are also banned and spelled out on the Disneyland website. Additionally, the resort reserved the right to prohibit any item or activity that we determine may be harmful or disruptive in our sole or absolute discretion. What's banned at Disney World? What guests should know. What happens if we break the rules? Unintentional minor infractions are addressed accordingly. For instance, an adult who unwillingly wears a costume to a park may be asked to change. Wagons that are brought to the park will be turned away unless they are for guests with medical needs. More serious offenses face stiffer consequences. We reserve the right to deny admission, prevent entry, or require a person already admitted to leave the Disneyland Resort or any party thereof without refund, liability, or compensation for failure to comply with any of these rules. So in other words, if you break the rules after you pay for admission, that's it. You're asked out. You don't get paid back. For unsafe, illegal, or offensive behavior, to ensure safety, security, or order, or if we consider that the circumstances otherwise so required, and our sole and absolute discretion, according to Disneyland website. So there you go. There are the rules. I just read the rules, and I just mentioned the fact that the dude took Magic City to Disneyland in Anaheim. So I hope you like the story. If you do, push the like button. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out of here.